Hey everybody, Colleen here from Colleen Beauty and Fashion. Welcome to my channel and welcome back if you're a subscriber. Thank you for that. And if you're new, I have a little special something today. May is mascara month. I've been trying several, 5 to be exact, mascaras throughout the month and even since April, some of them. And I wanted to share them with you today and give you some thoughts. They're all drugstore products, so they're all very affordable, but I do have some thoughts on the ones I like and the ones I don't. So let's get started. So I'm going to review them in the order of when I bought them. So the first one that I tried was this Maybelline Curl and Bounce Mascara. And I bought this because it had gone viral on TikTok. I shouldn't even say TikTok because I don't watch TikTok, but it was talked about a lot by the YouTubers and the beauty experts, and it was recommended that it was a great mascara. So I went out and I bought it. And then the next one that I bought was this Physicians Formula Rose All Day Mascara. This was part of my April when I did a video a day. I did 30 products from 30 different brands in 30 days, and this was one of the days. So you can go back on that playlist and see if you want to see the full review and the wear test and everything. So that was the second one. And then the third one was Lash Paradise. I went out and bought this because one of my favorite YouTubers, Ali Glines, she loves this mascara. So I thought I would give it a shot and see how it worked on mature, skimpy, stubby eyelashes, which is what I have. So that was the third one. Then the fourth one I bought, I kind of got by accident because it was in a kit, and it came in with some moisturizer that I really wanted, and it just happened to be in there. But this is the L'Oreal Age Perfect Magnifying, Lash Magnifying Mascara. So that's number 4. And last but not least, we have the Essence Lash Princess. And this actually is a repurchase for me. I used this before I started a YouTube channel and I really liked it. So I decided to buy it again. And I'm going to review this one for you as well. So I have 5. So I thought what I would do is I do one on each eye. As you can see, I've taken all my eye makeup off and all my mascara off. And I thought I'd show you one on each eye and then give you what my thoughts have been over the course of the month trying them out. So I'm going to start with the first one I mentioned, which is the Maybelline Curl and Bounce Mascara. Here it is. There's the wand. It's got a slight curve to it, I would say. And as I mentioned, this was the first one I bought. There's still quite a bit of product in here, I think. So I will just put it on for you. I have to use my little compact mirror here. So I'm just going to do one coat for each because I think that's a fair test. And as a backdrop, so we can see my lashes best, I've just put on some very neutral eyeshadow so we can really see. So there's the Maybelline Curl and Bounce Mascara on this eye, and you can see the difference. So here's my thoughts about this one. I'm not a big fan. It ended up, I think, on my second chances video. I can't remember now. I'll have to check. But what I don't like about this one is it has a tendency on me to flake. About halfway through the day, it starts flaking. And I do see a tiny bit of curl, I guess, and I'm not sure what bounce means. So it's okay, I would say. Maybelline makes great mascaras, so I don't think this is as great as the hype was about it, but that could be just me. And I'm going to put the price of everything in the description box below so you can compare too, because price does factor into it. This is pretty reasonable as I recall. But it's okay. I'm not a huge fan. It's definitely not my number 1 from this group. So now we'll go ahead and do the number 2, which is the Rose All Day. There it is right there. This is a mini. This is kind of like a trial size when they were promoting it. So I picked this up at Shoppers Drug Mart here in Canada. Not sure if it was available everywhere, but the full size definitely is. So here we go. I'm going to apply this one on my right eye now. Actually, it might look like my left eye when I flip the video so you can read everything. So the helpful part about doing this, I thought, was that you can also compare one to the other. Of course, I only have 2 eyes, so we can't compare all 5 at once. So there we go with the Rose All Day. Now, here's what I think about this one. First of all, it has a rose smell. When you first get it and you open it up, you'll notice it. So if you don't like scented products, you won't like this one. The other thing I would say, I don't know if you can see in the difference between the two, but it does not curl as much as the Curl and Bounce. So the Curl and Bounce does give a little bit of curl. I don't curl my eyelashes with an eyelash curler because every time I do it, I find lashes on the curler, and that's just can't happen. It's horrifying. I don't have enough as it is. So I don't do that. Maybe it's because I'm not using the right eyelash curler. If you have suggestions, please put them in the comment box below, because I'd love to find one that didn't do that to me. But that was my experience, so I don't do it. So, but back to these two, I can see the difference that this Curl and Bounce has pushed them up a bit more. What I would say to you about this Rose All Day Physicians Formula is it's a much lighter formula. It's definitely not going to clump or anything. It gives you a much more feathery effect. What I like it for is my lower lashes. So I don't do my lower lashes very often, but if I'm going out at night and I want to be very glamorous, sometimes I do. But that's what I would use this one for. Okay, so I went away and I washed away those two and reset with my neutral eyeshadow so that we could have a look at the next two. And I should mention that I've been wearing these alternatively all, this month and the past month. So they've all gotten a really good test, and I feel my opinion on them for myself is very well informed. I know what I think about these for sure. So let's carry on with the Lash Paradise. So this one is a L'Oreal. And again, L'Oreal is a company that makes great mascaras, right? There happen to be 2 of them in this review. So this one has this kind of a brush. Normally, I'm not a fan of these kind of brushes. I find them hard to put on my sparse little lashes because they're kind of big and chunky. But let's see what happens with this one. Oh, and I should mention too, this is going on this side. I should mention too that all of these are in black. I haven't worn brown mascara. I hear it's a trend coming up, so I try it. And I haven't worn blue mascara since I was in college, but it was fun then. So here is the Lash Paradise mascara. Now you can see the wow effect on this one, right? It really lengthens your lashes. And I think it does a great job. And when I wear tested this at the office and had a full day and everything, it didn't flake, it didn't smudge, it didn't do anything except look great all day. So I am a big fan of this one. I think shout out to Allie Gline, she's right about this Lash Paradise mascara. I really do like it. And let's carry on with another L'Oreal. This is the Age Perfect Lash Magnifying, and I'll put it on the other eye. So here we go. There's the brush in this one. A bit more to my liking, this style of brush. I think it's nice and thin, easy to get into the lashes. But I didn't mind the brush on the Lash Paradise either. So there you go. Here's this one. Lash Magnifying Mascara. Now, if I didn't know better, and I'm not a makeup expert, but if I didn't know better, I would swear these are the same mascara. And I know they're not. I mean, I'm sure the ingredients are different. I haven't really seriously looked or anything. And I'm sure the L'Oreal Age Perfect has some skincare ingredients in it or lash care ingredients in it. Because most of that line does have that hyaluronic acid and stuff in it. But when you look at the two, the Lash Paradise is a little better at volumizing, but they're pretty close. And I suppose it's not surprising because they're both L'Oreal. So I really like both of them actually, and I've been wearing both of them a lot. Here we go with the Lash Princess, which was the last one I mentioned, but I forgot one. Last month in my 30 products from 30 brands in 30 days, which is a playlist you can look at, I tested the MAC Stack, which is a very popular mascara. Not drugstore, but I am going to give it to you as a bonus review. Really, I forgot it. But let's call it a bonus. So here we go. We're going to start with the Lash Princess. And in case you're wondering, I have been resetting every time. I've been taking the other mascara off and putting more of the neutral eyeshadow on. And I've been doing that with this eye makeup remover, which I'm really liking from L'Oreal. Eye makeup remover, 100% oil free. It works really, really well. So if you're looking for one, this again, drugstore. And it came in the kit that this mascara came in. So there you go. Anyway, let's get on with it. This is the Essence Lash Princess. And this one is there's different ones. This is purple one. And this one is Sculpted Volume. So like I mentioned before, I have used this before and I do really like it. One thing I really like about it is this wand, that brush. Look at that brush. It's got a great curve on it, and but it's thin. Can you see that it's thin? So I love that. So anyway, let's put it on the right eye. And as I said before, I have worn this one before. This is a replenishment because I used the other one all up. And there we go. So you can see compared to the other eye with nothing, this one is great for lengthening and giving you some volume and pushing your lashes up. And the price is unbelievable. I think it's like $3 or $4. But again, I'll list all the prices in the description box. But this is an unbelievably good mascara for the price. And sometimes they're very hard to find because they're so good. So let's take the least expensive one and compare it to the most expensive one I bought this month. And again, MAC isn't that expensive. It's not luxury brand by any stretch of the imagination. I think I paid $25. This is like a mini one, a tester one. And I think I paid $25 for it. And I think the regular one is $40, but I'll check. Here's the brush on it. It's kind of, I'm not sure what you call this shape. Kind of like a cone shape. Thicker on the bottom, skinnier, oh, right in front of my face. Skinnier on the top. So I don't mind this brush. It's okay. But I do know that if you buy the other size, it's made for smaller eyes and smaller lashes. But you can't get it in the mini. So I wanted to try it out first before I bought the big one. If I were to buy it again, I would buy the mini size brush. So there's the MAC Stack. Now you can see a clear difference between these two, right? I can see it. Can you see it? On the right hand side is the Lash Princess. And on the left hand side is the MAC Stack. And when I look in my mirror, what I see is a lot more thickness in the MAC Stack. Now, Sorry, I've got some neighbors outside my door here. Now the difference is that this one is supposed to be stackable. That's the name Stack. But what I found happened was when you stacked more onto it, sometimes it just got clumpy looking and spidery looking, which I don't really like. So for the price, I would rather go back in with the more modest Essence and build that up. And you can see that like the MAC is also deeper black, right? So you can see the difference there. But this is not my number one for this review. So, but take that for what you will. And I'm going to come back and give you my thoughts, my final thoughts on all of them. So after all the craziness of putting on and taking off and putting on and taking off, here we are at the end, and I'm going to give you, this time I'm going to do it in how I'm going to rate them. So overall, from this group, I would give number one to Lash Paradise from L'Oreal. For me, this one is the best combination of volumizing, lengthening, pushing your lashes up a little bit. I wouldn't say curling them. It's got great lasting power. It doesn't flake. It's a very reliable mascara, and it's moderately priced. So it is on the high end for drugstore, but I think it's, for what it is, it's a very reasonable mascara. For the second, I have a tie actually for second, and for two different reasons, because they're very different mascaras. The second one for me would be the Age Perfect Lash Magnifying, tied with the Stack Mascara. Now, I use these for different purposes. They're both good, but in different ways. This one is great everyday mascara for just feathery, lengthening, looking great, doesn't flake, and I think it's probably good for your lashes because it's Age Perfect, and it does magnify them, so it's good for that. This one is knock your socks off dramatic, and if you're going out or you want to have a glam look, I suggest this one. So that's why I put them both. I like them both, but for different purposes, so they're both number two. Number three for me will be the Essence Lash Princess. Again, a great mascara at a really affordable price. I don't think I need to add anything more to it than what I've already said. And then this one, number four, would be the Physicians Formula Rose All Day. Only because I think it didn't really perform as well as the others as far as, giving you any volume or any lengthening. But it is great on your lower lashes, especially in this mini formula. So that's what I'm using it for. And lastly, we have Maybelline Curl and Bounce. I'm just not a fan. I think the other ones are better. I know this got a lot of hype, but it's okay, but it's not as good as the others. That's my opinion. So I hope you enjoyed this mascara roundup for the month of May. As always, if you like this video, could you give it a thumbs up? And if you want to join us in our community here of beauty lovers, I'd love it if you'd subscribe to this channel and stay tuned for more great content, both in beauty and in fashion. I cover both. And if you have any requests or anything you want to mention about your favorite mascara or anything about what you'd like to see me do on my channel, please comment. I'd love to read your comments, and let's get going with some interactive communication back and forth. That would be great. So here's Miss Bonnie to say goodbye. You can say goodbye to the people nicely this time? She's saying, Mommy, I'm tired. We're filming this at night, so it's almost bedtime for Bonnie. So anyway, let's give a wave to the people. Bye-bye, people. Oh, she smells something. Bye-bye, people. Okay. Bye-bye now.